Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's video is going to be a yoga for BMXers, and I've got a very beautiful assistant here, Rich McKeever, the BMXer.
Hello.
So do you want to tell us what you need from your yoga practice?
Yeah, so I'd probably find as a BMXer or when I'm riding BMX frequently, things like any joints, wrists, shoulders, knees, ankles are all susceptible to twists and turns and such. And probably like lower back as well.
Oh yeah.
All the time you're over the handlebars, if you're pulling up on your bars, it goes through your core, but more so your lower back and
cool.
Everything that's connected to that. So
amazing.
Anything you can do for that would be lovely.
Great, so we're going to do a flow based around that. So we're going to be looking at opening up through the lower back. We'll work on a little bit of wrists and ankle stability as well with some balancing. So make sure you're in something comfortable and come on down to your mat. We're going to start in cat-cow. So all fours position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread your fingers wide, soft elbows. We don't want to be too rigid. And as you inhale, drop your belly, sway the heart forwards and look up. And as you exhale, round it on out. Can you look all the way to your toes? Nice. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone up, crown of the head up. And then as you exhale, crown of the head down, tailbone down. Nice. Let's take one more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhaling to a neutral place. From here, we can do a little bit for our wrists. So turning the fingertips to the outside edge of the mat, thumbs pointing forward. Take a little rock from side to side. And see if you can like really lean into it. So you stretch through the top of the hand, warm up the wrists a little bit as well. Great. Perfect. From here, you're going to come onto the tops of your hands. So turning the fingertips in towards one another, spread the fingers wide. Tendency here is to go like this. See if you can straighten up the arms as much as you can without pain. Tight forearms. Yeah. And then you can take a little rock from side to side. So this might be more subtle. Should never be painful. Might feel uncomfortable, but never, never painful. Nice one. Good. From here, you're going to turn the fingertips back towards the knees or as far as you can. Good. And let's take a little cat-cow here. So as you inhale, drop belly, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, round it on out. Push your shoulder blades to the sky. Good. As you inhale, come forwards to a neutral place and then bringing the hands all the way back round to where they were at the start. Good. From here, keep your hips exactly where they are. Don't move those hips. You're going to walk your hands forward and then dropping the chin and dropping the chest down. So this is called puppy pose or melting heart pose. You can either rest your chin down or your forearm down. And then take a little sway of the hips from side to side. And this is going to help loosen up the lower back area, but also open out and bring attention to in between the shoulder blades and the front of the chest. Like if you find you hunch quite a lot, this is going to help open out that area. Wonderful. Lovely demonstration. Take a nice big breath in. Big sigh out. Good. Slowly, slowly walking those hands back towards you, hands underneath the shoulders. Take a breath. And then round it up. Should feel really nice after that. Let the head drop down. Good. Inhale to a neutral spine. From here, tuck the toes and we're going to stretch out through our feet. So this is going to help us with our ankles later on. So walking the hands back. Richie has issues with his knees, so he can't sit all the way back on his heels at the moment. But either way, you're going to push into the hands and place more weight into the feet. So for some of us, we'll be like this. Maybe some of us, if you feel like you're quite flexy in the toes and like have that, not anything going wrong in the knee, you can be up here, relax the shoulders. Good. And then breathing into the feet. Nice. Is that intense for your feet?
It is. Is it all right if...
Don't worry.
Pinky toe.
That's okay. If your pinky toe is a bit kind of rogue, it's fine. But if you can like flick it out to tuck it on the mat, then great. But don't worry if it doesn't. Take a nice big breath. And And as you exhale, walk those hands on forwards. Well done, nice. Tap out your toes, roll out through the ankles. Wonderful. From here, come down to your forearms, give your wrists a break. You're gonna extend your right leg back onto the mat and push through that heel. So stretching for your calf muscle now. Good, you can take a little rock forwards and back if that feels good. You can hold it static, or if you want even more, hover your left knee off the mat. So you're really kind of placing more weight into that right calf, maybe. Good, and then switch it on over. So right knee in, left leg extends. So we've warmed up through the soles of the feet and now we're working into like the Achilles and the calf area. Just noticing like if there's any little differences between your left and your right. Good. And then your right foot is gonna meet your left and we're gonna be in this forearm plank. So push through those heels, zip up through the core. So really kind of lift the belly button back towards the spine, building a nice strong core. Relaxed face. Relaxed hands. And hold it here for 10 minutes. Take a nice big breath. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck your toes, and then lower your pelvis down. So we're gonna be in this kind of Sphinx pose. So the elbows underneath the shoulders, and then slightly drag the hands back towards you so you feel a nice opening in the chest. Relax through the feet, relax through the legs. How's that feel on your back?
Feels good. Lower back feels
compressed.
Tight. Yeah, compressed, yeah.
Take a nice big breath. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders, nose to mat. Big toes together, and then you're going to push back to a child's pose. So for child's pose, you're going to settle your sit bones back to your heels. Now, for some of us, the forehead doesn't reach the mat. If it doesn't, you can use your hands to rest your forehead on. And then take in some really, really big, deep breaths. And this is going to help lengthen out the lower back after it's been a little bit compressed after opening the chest. Wonderful. When you're ready, on an in-breath, come forwards to all fours. Spread fingers wide, tuck the toes. You're gonna find your first downward facing dog. So really establish your hands on the floor. You don't wanna be in the wrist, you wanna be using the knuckles and the fingertips. Good. Tuck the toes, lift in the bum, downward facing dog. So now we're getting into our hamstrings. So maybe dropping one heel and then the other, almost like pedaling out through the feet or like walking the dog. Good. Let the head drop down, like no need to keep that head up at all. Good. And then when you're ready, bring your feet about hip width apart if they aren't already, hands spread wide. As you inhale, come up super high onto your tiptoes. As you exhale, press down through those heels. 2 more, use your breath. Inhale, lift kneecaps, lift the core. Exhale, press in down. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Good, from here you're gonna walk your hands back towards the feet. So we're coming to the back edge of our mat. Soften the knees and just allow the upper body to hang. You can grab opposite elbows and take a little rock from side to side. Nod the head yes and no. Should feel a nice release all the way through the spine. So more about the spine than the hamstrings at this point. Good, bringing the fingertips down towards the mat and then softening through the knees, slowly begin to rebuild your spine 1 vertebrae at a time. No race, no rush. Pick yourself up to standing. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders away from your ears. Nice proud chest. Spread your toes nice and wide so you've got a nice firm, strong base. Good. Inhale, reach your hands high overhead. And as you exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need. Good. As you inhale, hands press to shins and lengthen through the back. Good. As you exhale, fold, relax the neck. Let's take 2 more like this. So as you inhale, hands to shins, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold. This time as you inhale, walk your hands forwards to your downward facing dog. So maybe come to your plank position first and then send your hips back and up. So you're in like a upside down V shape for down dog. Good. Inhale, float your right leg back and up in space. As you exhale, step that right foot in between the hands. High on the back toes. Inhale, reach your hands high overhead. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Relax the shoulders and push your hands to your midline. Good. From here, we're going to fly forwards into Warrior 3. So super, super slow. Use your glute, use your core to slowly lift that back foot off into your Warrior 3. Good. We want to keep the heart lifted. So rather than like nose diving the floor, we want to be nice and open in the chest. Good. From here, you're going to bring the left knee in towards the chest and reach the hands up and overhead, testing our ankle stability here. Good. From here, you're going to find your tree pose. So with your left hand, you're going to grab your ankle and either place it on the inside of the thigh or the calf. You just don't want to be on your knee. Hands can stay at your heart, or maybe they reach up and out. Relax the shoulders. So just like a tree, your toes are your roots, your standing leg is the trunk of the tree, and then the upper body is like the branches, so they can be kind of light and free. Good. Bring the hands back through heart center. You're going to come back the way you came. So inhale, bring the knee into the chest. Slowly, slowly, Warrior 3, so this T shape. You get a bit of a stretch through the right hamstring as well. And then slowly bending into your standing leg, drop those back toes behind. Inhale, reach the hands high. And as you exhale, hands to mat. Inhale, step it back to a downward facing dog. Good, take a moment to reset, let the head drop down. Good, inhale, left leg floats high. As you exhale, step it in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. Center yourself and then shift the weight forwards, testing out that left ankle. Good. Keep your back leg engaged. When it's like all floppy, it's like harder to balance with. Good. Bringing that right knee in towards the chest. Reach the hands high. Don't let that foot touch the floor. Perfect. And then finding your tree pose, so you can use your hand to get your foot into place. Hands can rest at heart center or grow your branches up and out. It's quite helpful to like fix your focus onto one thing. Good, and then slowly bringing the hands back through the center. Knee into the chest, use that nice strong core. Slowly, slowly. There's no rush whatsoever. Good, and then slowly bending into your standing leg. Drop those back toes behind you. Very nice. Inhale, reach the hands high, big breath. Exhale, hands to mat. Step it back to downward facing dog. Have a little pedal through. Lovely. Nod the head, relax that head. Awesome. From here, you're going to tiptoe your feet towards your hands, and as many steps as you need till you get to the top edge of the mat. And again, nice easy forward fold. So give your wrists a little bit of a break. Soften through those knees. Wonderful. And then from here, heel toe your feet to the outside edges of the mat. You're going to drop your sit bones down. We're coming down into a deep Yogi Squat. So sit bones down. Nice proud chest. Your hands can stay on the floor if you need. That is totally valid. And you can be up as high as Richie as well. And that's totally valid too. If you're quite comfortable here, you can always press your palms together and see if you can prise open those hips even more. And this is going to help make space through that lower back. Wonderful. From here, reach your hands high. You know where we're going. Belly in nice and tight. You're going to slowly, slowly lower those sit bones down. Fingers and toes off the mat. into, you can use your hands too, it's not cheating. Nice proud chest, little bit of core strengthening, big breath. And then as you exhale, hug those knees in, give yourself a squeeze. Well done, good. From here, take your feet about hip width apart, a little bit wider, and then bring your hands behind. And then you're gonna take a big swipe out of those knees. So you can even push that right hip forwards, push the left hip forwards. Oh, I've heard that in your hip.
So the last few floors are pretty hard on the knees.
Not
the knees, the hips.
Yeah.
You've got tight hips, my hips are quite tight.
Good. Okay, coming back through the middle. And then you're gonna lengthen out your left leg and you're gonna bring your right foot across. So the ankle is on the thigh. There we go, keep the foot flexed. And then bring your left sole of foot to the mat. Now options, you can begin to walk your hands forward, and the prouder you make your chest, the more you're gonna get into that right glute. If you're still like, I'm not feeling all that much, begin to creep your bum towards the heel, and you can be all the way up here. Just be mindful of your knees. You don't want to feel it in the knees. It's all about the hip. Good. And then take a little rock from side to side. You might find like a little Goldilocks area.
It moves across.
Yeah, moves across.
Yeah, it's nice.
So keep this foot lightly flexed just to like keep your knee nice and safe. Wonderful. Take a nice big breath. And then as you exhale, release. So sliding the bum back or sliding that front foot forwards. Grab a hold of this leg and you're going to begin to make some circles here. Good. See how much space you can get. Can you bring it all the way over, all the way back? Good. And then you're going to bring the sole of the foot on the inside of that thigh or somewhere down that inner seam. Good. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, begin to fold forward. So you can walk your hands down. You can grab a hold of something. Try not to be too attached to like getting the toes. We want to be feeling a nice stretch down the back of the left leg. And again, also loosening up through the lower back. You can let the head drop down. Keep these toes flexed back towards you, just get a little bit more out of it. Every inhale, lengthen through the waist. Exhale, can you move into it just that little bit more? Good, slowly, slowly walking the hands back towards you. From here, you're gonna bring this knee in, lengthen it out, and then we're gonna do the same on the opposite side. So bringing your left ankle onto your right thigh, keep the foot flexed, hands behind, and then the sole of the foot comes onto the floor. And then decide, maybe this is like, oh, I'm already feeling enough. Or maybe you make the chest a little bit prouder, maybe you slide the bum a little bit more forwards. Wherever you need to be. Keep as relaxed as you can in the face. And yeah, maybe going for that little swipe across. So you're getting into the glute. Nice.
It's good, yeah. The temptation is to really push into it, especially if cyclists or BMXers.
Yeah, like sporty people.
Is to be like, oh yeah.
Further, more.
Yeah, but you get everything you need from just sitting back.
Yeah.
Once you can feel it.
Yeah, the hardest part is like relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. And then release. So either sliding the bum back or lengthening that foot forwards. Grab a hold of the foot or the knee or like whatever you can grab a hold of, and then begin like with circles, or maybe you can get some irregular movement, just getting into that hip a little bit. You might find one side is like completely different, like different shape, or just feels a bit tighter, more tired. Good. And then bring that sole of the foot somewhere down that inner seam. Flex this foot back towards you, big breath, sit tall. And then as you exhale, begin to make your way forward, sliding the hands down, grabbing toes, knees. And you can let your head drop down. And through all of these poses, you want to kind of find like a 7 or 8 out of 10 intensity. Any more than that, you're probably not going to feel the benefits and the body's going to be a little bit stressed. So you want to keep it at a nice kind of medium energy level. Lovely. Every exhale, can you just move into a millimetre more space? One more big breath in. And let it out. Good. Slowly walking those hands back towards you. Lengthen out both legs. Give them a little bit of a shake. Nice one. And we'll go for some twists from here. So we're going to come onto our back. So bringing the feet flat on the mat, arms parallel, and then slowly come on down. Articulate through every little vertebrae in the spine. Wonderful. When you get down onto the mat, hug your knees in nice and close towards the chest. And then take your arms out into a cactus shape so they're like completely relaxed and the upper body is relaxed. Good. And then you're going to allow the knees to drop to the right. Now the tendency is people hold them in like midair like this. If you do that, straighten out the legs a bit and just allow gravity to like pull them to the earth. Keeping the left shoulder in contact with the mat. Breathing all the way down to the lower back and into that twist. Good. As you inhale, bring the knees through the center and then let them drop the opposite way. Maybe the knees need to be more bent, maybe they need to be more straight. Just allowing yourself to wind down for these last few poses. Good. As you inhale, bring the knees through center. Hugging the knees in. We're going to go for a happy baby. So either keep the head and shoulders on the mat, either grabbing the back of the thighs, maybe you can grab your calves, ankles, the feet, but just like a baby, you can't quite lift your head yet, so allow head and shoulders to be relaxed. And then pulling the knees down towards the armpits, take a little rock from side to side. Big toes drop to the sides.
I think initially when you do this pose, you feel very vulnerable. And even more so when you've got a camera pointed in the direction that it is.
Do you like it though?
Oh, it's great. You feel it on the inside of your thighs.
Yeah. This is like one of my favourite poses.
Yeah.
Lovely. And then releasing whatever you've got hold of, hug the knees in towards the chest. And then gently rocking up and down the length of the spine. A few times, give your spine a little massage. And then we're going to come to seated. And we are done. So I hope you feel good after that practice. Let me know how you get on in the comments below. If there's any requests that you feel like I've missed out from this yoga for BMXers, let us know and we can do a redo.
Yeah, there's always weird and quirky injuries popping up, so I'm sure there's loads of stuff.
Come on, how do you feel?
I feel good, my hips feel loose, my back feels a bit looser. I had a little bit of a tight back recently, so feels nice and loose. I guess the temptation is to like push as far as you can, like even with knees flopping over, is to like, oh, my knees have to touch the ground, but like you said, just relax, keep your shoulders on the ground. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. Yeah. And you'll feel better for it afterwards. Definitely. There's no prizes. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. No worries. Thanks for having me. It's been great. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe and I will see you on my next video. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye. You wanted to get the bye, guys. Bye, guys.